Do I need to call you the female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark?
Somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine.
It seems like Sheryl Swoopes has positioned herself as Caitlin Clark.
Every time Caitlin gets fouled, we can't make it seem like she was assaulted. Why like a Stephen A. Smith? It was that important to you to run the Kennedy Carter hip check, right? That was everywhere. But yet, you didn't even discuss what Alyssa Thomas did to Angel Reese.
Clark's most outspoken critic. The former WNBA legend hasn't been shy about sharing her disdain for the rookie phenomenon, and that criticism is ramping up again as she prepares to appear on Angel Reese's Unapologetically Angel podcast. When Angel invited fans to submit questions for Swoopes, the comments section immediately exploded, and Caitlin Clark's supporters flooded in, ready to defend their favorite player. Even before the season tipped off, Swoopes was already throwing shade at Clark. She made a number of condescending remarks and even laughed when the topic of Clark potentially leading the league in assists came up. Critics began to accuse Swoopes of bias, to which she fired back defensively, saying, "For people to come at me and say I made those comments because I'm racist, first of all, black people can't be racist." She added that race was the farthest thing from her mind, insisting that she simply speaks up for people who look like her. In a social media post shared by Dejounte Carrington, Swoopes mocked the very idea of Clark's success, sarcastically joking that Caitlin might lead the league in assists this year, followed by laughing emojis, clearly ridiculing the thought. But fast forward to last night, and reality caught up to her words. Caitlin Clark officially made history, recording her 317th assist, breaking the WNBA record for the most assists ever in a single season. When asked about her rise and all the talk surrounding her, Clark humbly said, "I really feel like I'm still kind of living in a dream. It's surreal. Obviously, those are the players I grew up watching, players like Steph Curry, who completely changed the game. He's someone I loved watching, still love, and study all the time. So, seeing NBA and WNBA players tweet about me or talk about me is kind of crazy." This wasn't just a rookie record, it was the all-time record. Caitlin Clark now holds the highest single-season assist total in WNBA history, rookie or veteran. And that's when many fans began to revisit Swoopes' earlier comments, pointing out just how wrong she had been. There's also a viral clip from earlier in the year that added even more fuel to the fire. In it, a man says, "I saw a white girl from Iowa do it to a bunch of black girls, and that's when I respected her." He explained that Caitlin didn't dominate against some small team. She did it against LSU, the defending champions, and she put them on her knee and spanked them. That game earned Clark respect from even her toughest critics. Naturally, Clark's record-breaking moment reignited debate online. While Dejounte Carrington may not personally be a fan of Caitlin, she was one of the few who acknowledged her talent early on. The reaction to Clark's historic achievement was explosive, and it's hard not to wonder how Sheryl Swoopes is coping right now. Former players, analysts, and even NBA stars chimed in on Caitlin's impact. One commentator said, "This is the first time women's basketball is ahead of men's basketball. If you're not in Steph Curry's shape, you can't keep up with how she plays. Watch her, she could drop 10 in an NBA game easy." Another responded, "Nah, she'd give you more than 10. She can shoot, and she's got real skill. Sure, men's athleticism is different, but her game speaks for itself." Seeing Clark accomplish something so massive during her rookie season must sting for Sheryl Swoopes, who has repeatedly dismissed her. She's probably feeling pretty frustrated right now. Even LeBron James weighed in on the situation, saying, "You women out there, no pity, man. Y'all are acting petty. I expect men to be petty. We're the most insecure group out there. But y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all private charters, all that money, and all the visibility she's bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes." But Swoopes doubled down on her stance. "For people to say I made those comments because I'm racist, first of all, black people can't be racist," she repeated, doubling down on the same defense. However, fans aren't buying it. They've been calling her out hard for weeks, and at this point, many think Sheryl Swoopes just needs to let go of the bitterness and focus on her own legacy. The truth, as many have pointed out, is that it's not just about race, it's also about identity and perception. Caitlin Clark is a white, heterosexual woman in a league that's largely composed of black, gay athletes. Some insiders claim that resentment and jealousy have built up because of all the attention, sponsorships, and shoe deals she's been getting. The irony is that Clark isn't just playing well, she's rewriting history in her first professional season. She's breaking records at a pace no one's seen before. It's gotten to the point where fans are calling it hilarious that anyone still doubts her greatness. When people discuss the all-time greats, Caitlin's name is already being mentioned alongside legends like Cheryl Miller and even Allen Iverson in terms of how she's changed the game. One commentator said, "She's generational. She's like Steph Curry for women's basketball. She's changed the culture." Even NBA players like Anthony Edwards and former player J.J. Redick have gone on record praising her. Edwards said, "She's phenomenal," while Redick added, "I'll say it, she's the best female college player ever." When some people brought up Sheryl Swoopes or Diana Taurasi, Redick pushed back, noting that Swoopes played during a time when the competition wasn't nearly as tough, joking that she was playing against meter maids and lunch ladies. At this point, it's fair to say Caitlin Clark is living rent-free in Sheryl Swoopes' head. Meanwhile, Clark remains focused, even when discussing the challenges her team faces. "The biggest challenge for us," Caitlin said, "has been the fact that we've only had about 24 days together. That's tough for a young and inexperienced team trying to build chemistry. But if you look at how we played our first game against Connecticut versus our most recent game, there's been huge growth. It's only been 4 games, and we're already improving a lot." She continued, "It's tough when you go from game to practice to game again, because those practices become prep time for the next opponent. But I think we're building something great." The way she speaks, you can tell Caitlin Clark carries herself like she owns the court now. Meanwhile, rumors are swirling that Sheryl Swoopes took the loss hard. Some even joke she went on a drinking spree after Clark broke the record, as if reliving her frustration all over again. Caitlin, on the other hand, remains composed. "It's been a whirlwind," she said. "There hasn't been much time to sit down and reflect on my journey from college to the pros. But I'm just trying to soak in every moment. Honestly, being thrown into the fire like this is sometimes the best way to learn." Still, some fans believe Swoopes will try to spin this entire situation into a victim narrative, maybe claim it's some sort of conspiracy against her. Others have admitted they didn't even know who she was before all this drama started. The situation has gotten almost comical. The real question is, will Sheryl Swoopes ever recognize Caitlin Clark's talent, or will she stay bitter forever? Because make no mistake, Caitlin Clark isn't just good, she's a phenomenon.